So Freunde, herzlich willkommen zurück hier bei Rapture. Nein, bei Bioshock Burial Under the Sea. Bioshock Infinite, Burial Under the Sea. Hier gibt es die Maintenance for Employees Only. Und da müssen wir rein. In dieser zweiten Folge werden wir jetzt einfach die Zahlenwalze drehen. Vorher müssen wir nochmal das Audio-Tagebuch anhören.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of Utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in a closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
Aha, 2076 ist es. Also 2, 0, 7 und 6. Freunde, dann geht die Tür auf. Wuhu. Wo er angeblich sein Zeug eben hier untergebracht hat. Erstmal ein bisschen Geld einsammeln und dann kann man hier Kiste durchsuchen. Da war was drin. Tisch durchsuchen. Auch leer. Okay, aber wir haben ja hier immerhin noch das Audio-Logbuch gefunden dann. Abspielen. Suchong! Dr. Suchong!
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of a terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. The lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Suchong think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Suchong and says, Suchong want to be buried in filthy store, or Suchong want to make a good salary, work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Suchong. This Ryan find very funny.
Also Suchong sollte natürlich dann für Ryan arbeiten, wie ich es richtig rausgehört habe. Ansonsten kann er knicken, dass er hier halbwegs Geld verdient. So, wir müssen jetzt gar nicht mal wissen, wo wir hin müssen irgendwie. Wir wissen es gerade nicht, aber wir folgen einfach Elisabeth. Ja, ich weiß, Elisabeth. Nein, ich belästige den Mist nicht, komischer Kerl.
You know, emotions. I'm just a more perfect machine, I guess.
Think about what we could accomplish together, you and me. I propose a merger.
Ja, vielleicht sollten wir fusionieren. Oh Mann, ist das hier runtergekommen. Keiner hat Gefühle.
Mr.
Keiner
DeWitt.
will Gefühle zeigen.
We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Cohens Club betreten. Sander Cohen. Also wir erinnern uns noch alle an diesen Typen. Bioshock 1, sage ich nur. So, hier wird gespeichert und dann gehen wir hier zur Private Party.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Wir kommen nicht rein. Klopfen wir einfach mal.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Okay. Wir müssen von diesen... Wir brauchen jetzt so eine Maske von einem ansässigen Club, also ansässigen Laden, um in den Club zu kommen. Dazu können wir dann diese Geschäfte aufrufen. Jetzt muss ich da die 0 drücken, na sowas. Ne, das O. Durchsuche das Golden Rule nach einer Maske. Durchsuche das Rapture Records und den Artist Struggle. Okay. Um da reinzukommen. Der Ladeninhaber.
What brought you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
Wo wir mal bei Schuldenbegleichung werden. Rapture Records, das sind wir.
Dr. Steinman told me he uses my picture to judge facial symmetry.
Darling, that line actually work on anyone before closing time?
Interessant.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
It's disgusting.
That's the Bible talking, pal. That's your mother talking. What does Ryan say? Petty morality? You can keep it.
Tja, verkauft hier die Frauen. So, Rapture Records.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Okay, sie lenkt den ab und ich suche die Maske.
Welcome, welcome.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Oh. Yes.
Oh, music does something to me. Especially something in this vein.
Yes.
It's almost primal, isn't it?
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Logic, purely sensual.
The finest music.
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Places.
Okay, hier ist die Maske nicht.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? Oh, it's so intoxicating.
Elisabeth schwärmt also von der Musik, Hart lenkt ihn ab, während wir hier
Masculine. Oh, yes.
das Unwesen treiben.
I have the urge to surrender.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Okay, hier ist die Maske nicht.
Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Ja, nehmen wir uns
Where
ein.
to next, Mr. DeWitt? The Golden Rule is just across the way, or shall we go upstairs to the artist's struggle?
You got a wife? Fine. That's a contract. You got a job? Fine. That's a contract. It's all business of one kind or another. We all have physical needs. But time is a commodity. You want to spend it wooing some woman? Well, fare thee well. My clients, well, they got bigger fish to fry.
Der ist echt gut mit seiner Frauenverkaufstaktik.
Now there was a straight shooter, one of us.
I don't want to follow one of us.
You imagine having a beer with Andrew Ryan? Probably some teetotaler. Don't trust a man, don't drink, least from time to time.
Ryan understands something fundamental about mankind. We want to be better than we are. That is what separates us from the jungle.
Wenn ihr meint. Ich gehe jetzt in Masonbrust.
Buongiorno, signore.
Oh Gott, Italiener.
Days. Our little girl's been missing for days. I'm a complete wreck if Trudy even gets a nosebleed. So many children. It can't all be coincidence.
Die Kinder, die weg sind. Ich glaube, die wurden zu Little Sisters gemacht, aber es ist nur eine Vermutung.
Being the best at what you do can really take it out of you. So unwind at Fort Front.
Ein Audio-Tagebuch.
Shot, taking a show, or
Hören wir rein. Es ist von Sofong.
Suchang observe strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Okay, Dr. Suchong ist jetzt wirklich nicht so einfach zu verstehen. Ne? Also, okay. So grob habe ich mitbekommen, um was es ging, um Plasmide unter anderem, die auch um Fink und um Ryan, aber es ist schon schwer mit diesen... Ah ja, das ist jetzt kein Geschäft, wo es die Masken zu finden gab. Schauen wir weiter, ob wir es noch finden. Da ist Cohen.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason, and one reason only. He built a better mousetrap.
Oh, for God's sake, Armand, you want to get us both rounded up?
So you admitted that Ryan's rounding people up?
It was a figure of speech.
The pot calling the kettle black is a figure of speech.
I keep my head low and I do my job.
Like a good German.
Now, is that a figure of speech?
Like a good German. Das ist auch cool. Wie eine gute Deutsche. So, wir gehen weiter.
Why are you wasting your time without me?
The Golden Rule. Da waren wir aber auch schon. Creativity, Independence, Commerce. Oh yeah, Commerce. Commerce. Ist noch gar nicht geldgeil hier unten. Oh Mann, also wir haben uns jetzt hier verfranst dann. Leute, es geht aber gleich weiter. Bei Hallo Spencer. Ja. Robertsons Tobacco-Ria. Da gibt's
Herr Schmidt.
Ein gewisser Herr Schmidt. Guten Tag, Herr Schmidt. Herr Schmidt verkauft hier Tabakwaren. Ja. Hier qualmt es auch ordentlich, aber gut, das wollen wir jetzt nicht weiter inspizieren. Da kommen wir auch nicht rein. Rapture Records waren wir schon. Hier waren wir schon. Ja, da muss man rein, oder? Artist Struggle.
I hope all of his crowd are enjoying themselves. Locked up forever.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Locking up Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice.
Galerie des Artists Struggle. Oh, da hängen ganz schöne Kunstwerke herum. Für ein Computerspiel ist das schon nicht schlecht, was hier so hängt. Also schon beeindruckend, finde ich, grafisch. Interessant gestaltet, muss ich sagen. Mit Labs ist das
See that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? That'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle of the great man, condemned to breathe the swampy air of the parasite.
You see all that in that little picture?
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go...
Gotta find that box.
What's this one? Oh, please, it's so beautiful. What does it mean?
Bin hier betrunken?
nothing. Well, only one place left.
Tell me everything. You're so knowledgeable.
So.
Why, you must be an artist yourself.
I dabble, but I'm no Santa Cohen.
Do you have anything of your own that you could show me?
Well, yes. Right over here.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Oh, Mauszeiger verschoben, entschuldigt, aber wir sind wieder da. Natürlich war es in dem Laden auch nicht. Also gehen wir weiter.
Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
So. Der Laden muss hier hinten sein. I'll be there in the flesh. Neumo. Transportsysteme. Chatpostal. Luftpost durchsuchen. Geld drin gewesen. Cool.
How am I going to get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity. That's what Ryan says.
Nochmal ein Zigarrenladen. Und Weinladen.
Mr. DeWitt, back again. And so soon.
I was telling all this keep-a-don't-thing, right? About the dispersions being made about me, huh? This legal nonsense, huh? About what Ryan warned us about. This society of lawyers, huh?
Need to know the theater. Neue Folge. Die Bedeutung von Brigitte Tenenbaum.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Brigitte Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal.
A Rapture gal.
Know.
Now you know. Ich habe einfach kein Glück. So, weiter geht's. Ja, okay, hier ist auch nichts mehr großartig. Das Golden Rule. Ah, dann ist es doch der Laden. Ist nur schon vorbeigelaufen. Hier müssen wir wohl die Maske für Cohen finden.
Good day to you, sir.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center Kerberson... Excuse me, sir?
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you that...
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
You come into my shop and talk this trash. I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp, or I'll see to it they hit
Uh-oh.
Get your hands off me!
What the fuck?
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Did you look for the mask?
Didn't see one.
There's no other way to get us into Cohen's. It's got to be back there.
Oh, der Ring. Soll angeblich gestohlen sein, sagt sie. Und dann hat sie sich mit dem angelegt, mit dem Ladenbesitzer, weil der sich das nicht gefallen ließ, dass es solche Behauptungen aufstellt.
Box.
So, hier ist nichts.
Dinner should be on the table. Oh, I know. But it won't be ready for another hour. Betty, haven't you heard about the radar range? The latest advancement for Fontaine Futuristics? Gee, what's that? The radar range heats food from the inside, using microwaves, without gas or fire, in less than half the time.
Ah, hier sind Geld. Münzen. Goldbahn.
The radar range I can full of lobster tails in minutes. Or brew a delicious...
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
Und ein Ring. Und die Maske. Wir haben sie. Zu Cohen's Club zurückgehen. So.
Good. We've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Ja, zurück zu Cohen's. Da machen wir uns natürlich jetzt auf den Weg. Und das war, glaube ich,
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Okay. Sie kann sich also auch in vielen Rollen wohlfühlen, wie ihr Vater. Ihr Vater? Ihr Vater? Zachary Hale Comstock? Hooker DeWitt? Also wir? Interessant.
So, what kind of field you in?
Field?
Yeah, you know, occupation. Can't imagine what kind of employment would lead you to tag along on a job like this.
I suppose you could say I work in debt collection.
Schulden eintreiben. Okay. Ja, wir gehen mal weiter.
Just a leg up. You'll forgive me if I can't see the difference.
It's my leg, Alan. Doc says it'll never straighten out. Can't climb ladder if knees won't bend.
Wasn't the foreman who pushed you off that roof, pal? We start expecting someone else to carry us, and Rapture's gonna become a city of cripples.
Zu einer Stadt der Krüppel. Bloß weil sie hier keine Krankenversicherung haben. Das ist wie USA. Naja, also wir gehen mal weiter. Und gucken, ob sie diesen Sander Cohen Laden finden. Ja, das ging jetzt da drüben die Treppe runter. Wie Fontaine der Market genommen wurde. Eine Rapture-Dingsbums-Produktion.
Are you in the know? You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
So, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, Freunde, denn wir haben die Zeit überschritten. Bis zur nächsten Folge von Bioshock Infinite. Viel Spaß. Bis zur nächsten Folge.